anyways, yes, welcome back to Comfy Corner Podcast, where this is the podcast that makes 0 sense because my brain is weird. But I'm just sitting here in my nice lounging chair. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to be a permanent setup or not. Usually I have a blanket, but I forgot it. And so yes, I'm wearing my cool screen t-shirt. Anyways, so this episode is probably going to be funny. I hope. I really hope it is. But I have been watching and I've fallen down rabbit holes so many times, and I don't know where I stand on this topic, and that is conspiracy theories. Now, do I believe in conspiracy theories? No. Okay, I shouldn't say no, but there is some that I do believe, like the Mandela effect, that I do question and I do have issues with, but I don't know, it's for like a lot of them, it doesn't make sense to me. But what is this one? Ow! Okay, that was not the right call. Anyways, so I don't know for sure if I believe in conspiracy theories. Now, when I say I fall down the rabbit, I find like the funny ones. Like did aliens come down and make the pyramids, or Easter Island, or all these other things? Like, those to me are funny. But then sometimes, like, the one that gets me, and I'll tell you the Mandela effect. You can look into the Mandela effect. Some people thought he passed away a long time ago, even though he passed away, what was it, 2016? Something like that. Anyways, but like, the show Berenstain Bears. I remember it was Berenstain Bears. Everybody says no, it's Berenstain Bears. No, that makes no sense. Because I remember there was a cartoon. Because I remember I was seeing it on TV once. It says the Berenstain Bears. Never Berenstain Bears. It's always the Berenstain Bears. That's what I remember growing up, and remember reading the books and, you know, all this stuff. I remember seeing it as Berenstain Bears. That's how I always remember it. And then it says Berenstain. No, there's no Berenstain. Okay, it's Berenstain Bears. And there was another one that's like the Fruit of the Loom. I remember always having that Coca-Cola or whatever, that basket thingy behind on the clothing. I remember seeing that on the labels. Like, I remember growing up as a child seeing it on the labels, and now they're saying no, it was never there. I'm calling you out on that. I always remember seeing the I wish I knew how to pronounce it right. And so that, I'd say, like the Fruit of the Looms, no, I remember seeing that Coca-Cola or whatever the heck it's called on the labels of the clothing. I remember seeing that vividly growing up as a child. So then to say no, it was never there, I don't believe that. I call BS on that one. Also too, what was the other one? There's a Berenstain Bears, that one. Sex in the City. I always remember Sex in the City, but then I saw a video from Shane Dawson, where I got a lot of my conspiracy theories from, because like I said, I fall in a rabbit hole of conspiracy theories, especially like the really funny ones. But like, I always thought it was Sex in the City, not Sex and the City. Wasn't that, I think that was like the one that they were talking about too. But the one that really got me was the Berenstain Bears, because I always remember the Berenstain Bears, never Berenstain. So it was the Berenstain Bears. I don't know where the heck they got Berenstain from. I've never heard of that before. But I remember it being Berenstain Bears. But when I watch some of these, you know, conspiracy theories, a lot of them are funny. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them are really, really funny. Some of them might make you think. But like I said, do I believe in conspiracy theories? Not all of them. Some of them, yes. Because like I said, the Berenstain Bears and the Sex in the City, those I do, in the Fruit of the Looms, those I do remember vividly as in my childhood. And now they're coming back. So sometimes like I'll think about it, like, you know what, that's like, I know one too, Shane Dawson, which I know some people don't really like Shane Dawson, but I don't mind him. When he was talking about George from the Curious George, and I thought he always had a tail. Like, I always thought that Curious George always had a tail, but apparently he didn't now. But I specifically remember him in the cartoons having a tail. Or there was another one was like Alice in Wonderland where she didn't have the stripes. Was it striped socks? I think it was striped socks. I always remember her having striped socks. You know what? I want to Google it because I remember vividly her having striped socks. Okay, hang on. I don't know how to spell Mandela, so I'm going to Mandela. Okay. But like, I know for a fact that like those was sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Oh, and like Jiffy's peanut butter. I always remember it's Jiffy. And no, it was Jif. No, I always remember the FFY. I don't remember. And then okay, so if it was always Jeff, like okay, this is where I'm getting confused. I wonder when did like the Mandela effect, putting in air quotes, when did it all flipped over? Like when did we all like Jiffies? Okay, if it was never Jiffies, it was always Jif. But people remember it as Jiffies. I wonder when did it like happen in 2020, like 2000, where you know the Y2K era, and then poof, everything changed, and that's why people remember, like maybe people born like I was born in 1990, so I remember it being Jiffy's peanut butter. And like I said, I haven't really thought about these until like the last couple of years when Mandela, like when people started talking about it more. But now looking back, it's like, yeah, some of them I do remember. Now sometimes, is it really my memory or is it just people talking about it and it's like, oh yeah, I do remember. I don't know. But like one that also bugged me was Looney Tunes. I remember it always being Toons. I had to look down because I didn't remember the switch. But it said, no, it's not Looney Tunes as Toons. It was Looney Tunes, like music tunes, as Tunes. I don't remember that version. I always remember the Looney Tunes with the double O's. That one always got me. Like, and like the Sex and the City one, Febreze. Okay, I remember it was always being with two E's, Z-E. But no, they said it's spelled Febreze. I don't remember that. I always remember it spelled Febreze. Because I always remember looking at it and be like, why is it two E's, I wonder? And I don't know why that was always on my mind. But yeah, like I said, some of the conspiracy theories, like, you know, of like the Illuminati or like the New World Order, well, maybe, or like when Walmart in some of the states closed down and the training of the FEMA camps. Those ones, I have to say no, I don't really believe them. But like some of the old ones, I do remember, like the Looney Tunes, that one, and Febreze, because I remember having it with two E's. I remember in the Berenstain Bears, like those ones, the ones I'm saying, those I do remember. So I thought it'd be fun to look up some of the other ones on Google. Like there's one here that says King Henry VIII and the turkey leg. I kind of remember a turkey leg for some reason, but let me see. For some reason, people distinctly remember a portrait showing the King of England willing a turkey leg. To be clear, he was not. Actually, I do remember that. I thought there was like a picture of him like eating a turkey leg. I thought, yeah, I could have sworn there was a picture. I thought there was a picture of him eating a turkey leg, and I thought that was weird. I'm like, why is the king holding a turkey leg? Like that's kind of random. Like that one, okay. The Monopoly Man and his monocle. I don't remember him having a monocle. Maybe he did? That one I don't know. That one, okay, so that's, okay, this one is tricky. It's the Pikachu tail, where it had like the black and the Pikachu's tail. Or not. See, I don't remember it having a black tail. I always remember him having just pure yellow tail. But some people remember him having a black tail, which is interesting because I watched Pokemon when I was younger, and looking back at it, I don't think I remember him having a black tail. I always remember him having pure yellow tail. That's interesting because I did watch Pokemon when I was a kid. I wouldn't say I was like a huge fan, but I did have some Pokemon cards. Don't know where they are. They're long gone. But okay, this one I just looked at is hyphenated in Kit Kat. I thought the Kit Kat was hyphenated. I thought it was Kit, like K-I-T, hyphenated, like K-A-T. Kit Kat is hyphen. But it's saying here that it was never hyphened. It was just Kit Kat as one word. But I could have sworn I was a kid, because Kit Kat was also one of my favorites. And I thought it was always hyphened. It said the fruit of the loom, the cornucopia. Maybe I said that right now. I always remember that. I always remembered seeing that behind the fruits. But I guess it wasn't. I don't know. That one really makes me mad. And then Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its. I always thought it was the cheese with the IT, not the ITZ. I don't remember that part. Growing up, because I used to, man, I ain't got something. Cheez-It. No, I don't remember. No, I thought it was always the IT, like Cheez-It. Okay. What do they say about Oreos? If you're trying to tell us there isn't a second F in stuffed. Oh. So they're saying in double stuffed Oreo, people thought it was double stuffed, like STUFF. Which makes sense. But on the packages, it says, no, it's STUF. To be honest with you, I never noticed it because I never really eat double stuffed Oreos, so I can't say. The Mona Lisa, okay, the Mona Lisa smile too. That one, I always thought she was smiling in the picture. But now people are saying she wasn't. Okay, is this really a Mandela effect? I guess so. Oh, the Flintstones. That was another one. The Flintstone. People say it was. I always remember it's Flintstone, and then they're saying Flintstone. I don't remember it ever being Flintstone. I always remember Flintstone, like Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. I forget the rest of the song. I remember Yabba Yabba Doo Time. That's the only part I remember. But I remember it being Flintstone, not Flintstone. Where the heck to get Flints from? But yeah, some of these now, it's like, oh, and like, see, now looking back at these, it's like, oh yeah, I remember these. Some of them like, or like, Luke, I am your father. Apparently, Darth Vader never, I've never watched Star Wars. I think I've said this, I did this in another video. I never fully watched Star Wars. But I remember everybody quoting, Luke, I am your father, from Darth Vader. I remember everybody saying that. But now they're saying it's, I am your father? Like there's no Luke? No. I always remember it being, Luke, I am your father. Never, I am your father. Maybe he did, and because I heard it secondhand from everybody. Like I said, I never was able to stay awake long enough to watch Star Wars. No matter how old I am, no matter if I got a good night's sleep before, I can never stay awake watching Star Wars. I can't get past the words, and then I'm out like a light. And like I have tried skipping the words, and I still fall asleep, which is bad, I know. And Snow White. Okay, this one really, really bugged me because I remember it was being mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. But it says now it's now the Mandela people are now saying no, it was magic mirror on the wall. No, I always remember as mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. I always remember that. That one I will take to my grave. I will fight to the end. It was always mirror, mirror on the wall, who's fairest of them all. You cannot tell me otherwise. And I gotta calm down. I gotta calm down. Because I gotta get out of the Mandela effect, because it is just, yeah. But I'm gonna look and see, cause, but like, that one, I don't know why the magic mirror one really bugs me. That one really, really gets to me. It's like, okay, girl, calm down. You're in your 30s. You don't fight people. But it's like, I just remember some of these being on, like the magic, like, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. I remember that because that makes sense. Not to me, magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them. I guess it kind of does work, but to me, it's always been mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all. And that will never change. You can never change my mind about that. Okay, so leaving the Mandela effect aside, conspiracy theories. Okay, my issue was conspiracy theories. Well, I got a lot, but one of them, and trigger warning, I am not trying to, trigger warning, because I will say something about 9/11, and I'm not saying this to be mean or rude or anything like that, but when people say that 9/11 was a hoax, how do you explain millions of people dying, and the plane, like, people have been saying, oh, it wasn't a plane, it was a bomb. How do you explain millions of people dying, and then them saying, oh, people knew? So you're telling me that millions and billion people knew about this plan and was cool with it? No, I am sorry, but you cannot convince me otherwise. That, like, 9/11, rest in peace everybody involved, who passed away, whose family was affected by it. I don't believe that millions of people would be involved in a hoax like that. I'm sorry, you cannot convince me otherwise. So some of the other ones is that the moon landing was fake. I wasn't born when the first astronaut was sent to the moon. It was in 1969, so my mom was. I should ask her. No, she told me she remembers seeing it on TV, I think. I don't know. But do I think it was fake? I don't know. Because, you know, people saying, like, you can't, like, NASA said that they don't have any, like, the original tapes or whatever. I don't know, but then, you know, people saying, like, oh, if up in space, why is the flag moving? It was on a sound studio. It wasn't real. I don't know. I think they did go up to, what was it? The moon? No. Where were they going? Yeah, the moon. I think they did. I don't think it was fake. But it's also too, people think the Earth is flat, and I'm not getting into that. I am not getting into that with people because I think that's ridiculous. The planet's round, okay? It makes no sense for it to be flat. Because then if we're flat, then all the other damn planets must be flat as well. That's my theory. I don't care. Do not fight me on that. I do not care if about flat Earth. To me, it's ridiculous. The Earth is round. Why did I even bring that up? I'm sorry. Okay. Another popular one was the government killed JFK. This one I've heard a lot, and I've seen documentary. I mean, it's possible. I think. I don't know. I don't see why the government. I mean, I guess I could see why the government would, but I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I don't think the government was about, you know. Once again, why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. It's supposed to be fun. I'm sorry, guys. I'll do a couple more and then we'll go back to Mandela effects, because this is depressing. I haven't heard this one. Let me know if you guys have heard some of these or you haven't. Comment down below. Earth has been sucked into a black hole. I don't think I've heard that one. So apparently it says the European Organization for Nuclear Research said that the heart of a lot of crazy conspiracy theory include the belief that the European organization, or the CERN, discovered the Higgs boson, aka God particle, in 2012, inadvertently created a black hole and Earth was sucked into it. Those beliefs the world ended in 2012, but we haven't realized it. Okay, if we have ended in 2012 and we're still going, I'm gonna be mad. Okay? Because how the world is going now, no. Okay? If we got sucked into a black hole, people got splaining to do. Because maybe then that explains why the world's gone batshit crazy. Nope, Becca, calm down. No, we're not getting into this. This would be a fun podcast. Oh yeah, and the Disney. Okay, well, because we're getting off the topic. Walt Disney being frozen. I've always heard that. I've always heard that Walt Disney was frozen in Disneyland. Maybe. I mean, he had money to make Disneyland, Disney World, Disney World, whatever. Would it be a wrong possibility? I think he might have been frozen. I mean, if the guy can create freaking Disneyland, Disney World, why wouldn't he, be frozen underneath it? I know, like, the family came out and said, no, that's ridiculous that he's not, but, like, the dude had money. You're telling me he wouldn't? I think he would. I think he is. Yeah, I believe it. Okay. This one is my absolute favorite. And I don't know why. It's like when you hear like Bigfoot, Loch Monster, Yetis are all real. I don't think they're real. I don't think that that Bigfoot, Yetis, and Loch Monsters are real creatures. I don't know. I don't even know what you call them. I just don't think they're real. But like, cause people are like, oh, we got pictures, we got this. It's like the show Finding Bigfoot. Is that still going on? Like, is that show still on? Because, like, come on, guys. If Bigfoot hasn't been found by now, or the Yeti, or the Loch Ness Monster, or whoever has not been found by now, we're never gonna find him. Or her, or whatever. We're just not going to find them. I am sorry. But you can't have, like, 30 seasons, or 10 seasons, or 5 seasons, how many seasons there are, of Finding Bigfoot, and the dude and they haven't found him yet, or her, or whatever. You cannot tell me that we haven't had any luck. I'm sorry. But I don't think the Yeti, Bigfoot, or Loch Ness Monsters are real. I think, did they prove that the Loch Ness Monster wasn't real? It was a hoax or something? I don't know. And then this one is, oh yes, this one too. I kind of believe it. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle. Is that the Titanic didn't sink? It was actually the sister ship Olympic that actually sank. I mean, I know the story of the Titanic. I did some reading. I went to the museum. I saw the movie. I saw the movies. I saw some documentaries. I mean, it's a possibility. I don't know. Like, that one's also a hard one because, like, I think that, like, once again, that's really tragic that so many people lost their lives on the Titanic. But, like, what I'm seeing here is, like, this tragic accident has been a topic of many conspiracy theories over the years, including whether it was the company's ocean liner, the Olympic, that crashed into the iceberg, not the Titanic. But the sad fact remains, a ship did sink, approximately 1,500 passengers were killed. Yes, that is very, very sad. I don't know if I believe Titanic sank or it was the sister ship. I don't know for sure. I mean, I've seen both sides, and I've seen where they are coming from. Like, because I know the Olympian that ship was damaged and all this other stuff. And did they switch? I don't. Wouldn't it be kind of hard though to switch everything? Like if, like I don't know how ships are made. I can't. So I don't know. But if they had put in like on the side of the ship Titanic and Olympian, how would they just scratch one off and put it on? I don't know. It's like I've seen both sides, but it's interesting because I know the Olympic was like, I think we had like one final hurrah and that was it, and they were gonna be done with it. But at the same time, like I don't know. That was really interesting. Okay, no more conspiracy theories because I don't want to fall into a rabbit hole again. So no, let's do some more Mandela effects because I think that will be fun. Oh, okay, so I got some more pulled up on my phone. Shaggy's okay, I am an avid Scooby-Doo lover. I have watched a lot of Scooby-Doos. So this one's gonna bug me, but it says that Shaggy did not have an Adam's apple. I remember, and I think I have some of the movies where he does have an Adam's apple. So I do not believe that. I believe he has an Adam's apple, and it's just recently they got rid of it, and they're trying to say no, he never had one. No, I'm calling BS on that one. I always remember him having an Adam's apple. Why do I remember that? I don't know. Okay, move on. We're not going to discuss it anymore. That was laughter. Okay, here's another one. Mickey Mouse's suspenders. I always thought he had suspenders. Like they were red. Wasn't it red? I could have sworn he always had suspenders on. Because like how else would he hold up his pants, and then why would there be two giant buttons? Like, that makes no sense. I always thought he had suspenders on. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, okay, so there's another one. Fly My Pretty Fly from Wizard of Oz. I always remember it's Fly My Pretties Fly. Apparently it's just her saying fly, fly, fly 3 times. No, I always thought it was Fly My Pretties Fly. Like I remember that in the witchy voice. Her saying that. Okay, some of these conspiracy theories, Mandela effects are really like out there. Holy. Okay, what about Snoopy's tail? What's going on with Snoopy's tail? Okay, let's see. What color is Snoopy's tail? Some would say it was black, but in reality it was white with small black spot. I thought it was, to be honest with you, I never really looked at Snoopy's tail, so I can't really say I remember what it was. So I don't really think I'm qualified to answer that one. Okay, let's see. Tony the Tiger had a blue nose, not black. Many people remember the famous Frosted Flakes mascot was a black nose. Probably because of the colored stripes. No, I remember him having a black nose. He had a blue one this whole time? No. I thought he always had a black one. Because a lot of animals have black nose. So it makes sense for him to have a black nose. Did he not? I am so confused now. Dang it, Mandela effects. This is why I should never look these up, because now I'm questioning my whole life. I'm questioning it. Okay, this one I do remember, and I'm on people's side. It says Sinbad never played a genie. I thought he did play a genie in a movie. This one is bizarre because Shazam, yeah. And then there's another one is the Sinbad never played a genie. I always remember Shazam being with Sinbad. I remember that. Like, I thought that was a real movie, but people were saying, no, it was Kazam with Shaq. I don't remember Kazam with Shaq. I mean, maybe I did? No, I always remember it was with Sinbad, and he played a genie. That's how I remember it. I don't remember, maybe? But, I don't remember. Oh my gosh, that one really bugged me, because, like, I don't remember. Like, I remember, it being with Sinbad, not Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal. Why am I calling him Shaq? Shaquille O'Neal. Anyways, and also the last, I think this is gonna be the last one because my battery's flashing and I don't know why, is that Britney Spears, when she did that Oops I Did It Again, she never had a headset. I thought for sure she had a headset when she with that song, but now I'm thinking about it, maybe she didn't. But I always remember her having a microphone and singing into that. But then that makes no sense because she's out in space, supposed to be in space. Oh my god, now I'm pushing my life. Okay, I gotta stop because this is going to push me back in the rabbit hole. Who am I kidding? I'm going in the rabbit hole probably after this. But anyways, comment down below if you've heard some of these conspiracy theories or Mandela effect. If you have other ones, I would love to know if there's other ones. Yeah, I gotta go because if I keep thinking about this, it's gonna bug me. But thank you for watching and listening to me rambling about conspiracy theories and Mandela effect. I did not expect this episode to go that way, but I'm kind of glad it did. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, love you guys. Bye.